San Francisco, a Quinn Martin production. Starring Carl Malden. Also starring Michael Douglas. With guest stars Roscoe Lee Brown, Brenda Sykes, Carol Lawson, Alan Emerson. Tonight's episode, A Trout in the Milk.
Last night, I dreamed a city. I blew apart the dew of my mind, and there, floating on the mist with bridges hung from stars, was my city. It was a lovely place on which to lay my sleepy head. A city to remember long years after I'm dead. But memory, you say, must die with death. It exits in concert with our last breath. So how dream up a city from the fragility of night-scheming futility without the ability to cry at the dying of my night or to mourn at the morn of my day? Rejoice! Ha 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 ha! There is a pulse to the dream. It lives. I give it to you.
They love you.
It's not enough.
You called, now I'm here, so what's so important?
You're with Rob Evanauer again.
Oh, come on, Yale. Famous poet like you must have more urgent things on his agenda.
Janae, I'm not trying to tell you what to do with your life.
Then don't. Nobody has me on an exclusive, least of all you. If Rob Evanauer meets my price...
You want me to believe you're just modeling for him?
I quote you. A model, models.
Baby, Evanauer's the end of the line.
You have lived your life. Now let me live mine.
Not with Rob Evanauer. Something funny?
The two of you. I tell him I'm coming here and he skies. I tell you I'm going back and you go into an all-time downer.
So why stay in the middle?
Because it beats being out in the cold. Ciao, Daddy. Would you mind, Mr. Dancy?
What's your name?
Melissa.
Melissa. From the Greek. It means honeybee. Did you know that, Melissa?
No, Mr. Dancy.
Go to Greece. I loved it. You will, too. Give my regards to Aristotle. He knew that poetry is of graver import than history.
Thank you.
My pleasure.
Nobody tells me who I use. Because she's good, that's why. Try it. Just go on and try it. You're crazy if you think you can.
Hey, he got here fast.
Wings of mercury.
Yeah, that stuff can poison you.
Is he dead?
Not yet.
What have you got, Briles?
Well, his name is Rob Evanhauer, painter, 28, single. An eyewitness said it looked like someone loaded him into a 45 and pulled the trigger the way he came out of that window.
What do you got, Mike?
Earring, I guess. Steve.
Yeah.
See if you can spot the rest of this, huh?
Right.
I want this whole place brushed. I don't care if there are 100 prints, I want them all.
Mike, take a look at this.
They're the same.
Yep.
I want copies of this. Come here. What do you think of that?
That's assault with intent.
Or murder number 2 if Evanhauer doesn't make it. Sekulovich, come here. Now, this is probably the victims, the blood and the hair, but nurse it along for latents, will you?
So where do you want to start?
Earrings.
Yeah. Maybe Omar will play with us.
Could be. Good luck, fellas. Omar.
I have a license, Lieutenant.
I know you do, Omar. Now tell me, listen carefully. Anybody else make earrings like that?
Well, if they did, I'd make something else.
You're doing very nice work, Omar. This one's my favorite.
You have good taste.
Who's wearing it?
Them. Earrings come in pairs.
Oh, come on, Omar, come on.
Look, they're cash customers, man. They don't give me their name.
I want this one, Omar. Come on now, boy.
Very pretty girl. I've never seen her.
She's wearing your earring.
She has taste, too.
Who bought it and when?
Look, Lieutenant, I do a volume business, man. It's a small unit profit, but a tremendous overturn. Why, in the last quarter alone, I must have dealt with 16 or 17 clients. Look, I've honestly, I haven't seen her.
Sit down, will you, Omar? You're flirting with a nosebleed. They're not gonna go along with us.
One might.
Who's that?
Savigny.
If Evanhauer dies, it'll be the greatest contribution to art since the invention of the frame.
Savigny, you're an impressionist.
Oh, you like that, huh?
All he can afford are mug shots. How about this?
Evanhauer garbage.
No, the model.
Janaea.
Last name.
Oh, come on, Lieutenant. Think back. When did you ever bother to ask them their last names?
She ever modeled for you?
Just on that one. But not now, man. Now it's top dollar.
From Evanhauer?
Little hanky-panky there, maybe.
You know, you could save us a lot of time making the grand tour of the model agencies.
Okay, fellas. Just that I hate fingering someone who benched Mr. Rob Evanhauer.
Paint yourself some crocodile tears.
Dancy.
Yale, Portland, Dancy?
They were living under the same roof.
Well, 30 seconds is all I need, Doctor. Okay, I'll wait for your call.
Is it Evan Hauer?
Coma. Dancy?
He's still not home, but he's got 2 shows at the Balladeer tonight.
We all met at the summit and agreed we'd arrived. But at the gate, they asked me who I was. I said, I'm the Loch Ness Monster, a Scottish wetback, a Mexican plum pudding, a dam in the river of convention. I said, I'm a cheetah who prospered, a cog in the system, a Chinese smorgasbord, a man who delivers dissension. I said, I'm a negative thinker. Of that, I am positive. A killer who couldn't, a killer who wouldn't, a man who deserved your attention. Charlie, baby. I see you're back again, pretty. Joey, lace me 1 eggnog, please.
You know, in 1964, Mr. Dancy, I hitchhiked from Berkeley to listen to you right here.
Oh, a dash of masochism blighted your youth. I was a primitive performer in those days, my friend.
No, you were good even then. You were quite a spellbinder.
The Wicked Witch of the North Beach would offer you one, but,
Lieutenant Stone, Inspector Keller. We're looking for Janea, Mr. Dancy.
What's a Janea?
The sign outside says you do 2 shows tonight. I sure hate to see you miss the second one.
One 1440 Fremont.
1440 Fremont. I thank you.
My pleasure.
Mike, now that was a joint you were smoking, wasn't it?
Looked like one, smelled like one.
Well, now, you finally getting a little soft in your old age? Or why didn't you bust him?
For what? Possession of oregano?
Get out of here, kid. Fremont.
1440 Fremont, yeah.
It's a Chinese laundry.
I see. It's a Chinese hand laundry.
It's like the oregano. It's a put on. We've been had.
I know we've been had, but why? Where's Dancy?
He split.
What time's the second show?
Well, there ain't gonna be one. Can you guys keep it down? I don't want to lose the rest of the house.
Well, where is he now?
Well, I'm not sure. You better get sure.
Come in, Lieutenant Stone, Inspector Keller. I trust the grim and nerve-wracking aspects of your profession have indulged your sense of humor, my friends. There's much to be said for Chinese laundries.
And oregano.
The Van Gogh's upside down.
I spend a good deal of time on my head. Can I offer you anything? Information, of course, but maybe something reckless. 5 minutes worth where 3 human beings might just sit down and salve the ills of the world.
Mr. Dancy, it's been a very, very long day.
Did Evanhour fall, or was he pushed?
We never mentioned Evanhour.
Come on, Lieutenant. The word's all over North Beach. Janae is your prime suspect.
All we want to do is talk to her, Mr. Dancy.
Dancy, if I make it rhyme, will you understand that the sooner we locate this girl, the better off she is?
And poets don't rhyme much anymore. I don't even know if they reason. The game's over, I know it. But I don't think you'll find her just now. Not until she sorts things out for her own satisfaction.
We'll look.
Does she work?
City of Paris. Never misses a day.
Sorry you had to wait so long. Police, right?
Yeah.
Jungle Grapevine. It's the first time in ages we had to show the entire collection. I hope you weren't bored.
No, not at all. You see, well, actually, this is the first time I've ever been to one of these.
Really? See anything you liked? Leading and tasteless. No wonder models have the wrong kind of reputation.
That's all right. Did you have to go to school to learn this job?
Profession. Paying a lot better than a graduate medical student makes his first few years.
You're looking a lot better than any medical student I've ever seen.
Thank you. And I don't even know your name.
I'm Inspector Keller.
Inspector what, Keller?
Stephen.
I like Stephen better.
I've never heard the name Janaea before.
My father invented it. He has a way with words.
Now, wait a minute. Is your father Yale Cortland Dancy?
You didn't know?
No.
Well, daughter is the one word that seems to have eluded the most extensive vocabulary in the 7 western states. But here I am babbling away when you've got the pressures of a great metropolis on your mind.
Yeah. Well, we'd like to talk to you about an artist named Rob Evanhour.
Somebody told me he fell out of his window.
Right. We think you might be able to help us.
Sure. Anything. Downtown?
Please.
Let's go. Oh, Steve, you rattle me. I'm strictly old tops and blue jeans. Give me a few minutes to render into Paris. What is Paris's?
Go ahead. I'll meet you here.
You better.
Excuse me, Dr. Ford. I've been thinking if there are better facilities, you know, specialists that you would want to call in, anything at all that would help.
It's too late.
What?
Sorry.
Hey, Joe. Joe. You have a patient named Rob Evanhauer.
I just told the lady from the amount of blood that he lost, skull fracture, internal hemorrhaging.
He's dead?
Yeah. Excuse me, Mike.
Excuse me, are you related to Mr. Evanhauer?
No. No, it's just a friend.
Well, could you tell me how I could get in touch with his family?
No, I'm sorry, I couldn't. Look, is this important?
I'm Lieutenant Stone, San Francisco Police. We may ask for an autopsy.
Well, then it wasn't an accident?
That's what we're trying to find out. Joe, excuse me. Joe, what was the cause of death?
Well, off of what I've seen, I'd say the fall. But it could have been the blow to the head.
Either way, homicide.
Well, you'll want an autopsy then.
Well, as soon as we can get permission. See, that lady, has she been here all the time?
I think so.
Who is she?
I don't know, she said she was a friend. Well, it turned out I didn't have many.
Thanks, Joe. Where is she? Where's the girl?
Chinese laundry again. I lost her.
Oh, how?
She psyched me out.
Oh,
She made
psyched
such
you
a
out.
number on me, you're not gonna believe. We'll find her, Mike. She's only an assault suspect.
You're wrong. Evanhauer just died. We're in the murder.
Well, I got something. Her last name's Dancy.
Shania Dancy?
Right. Ingenuity runs in that family.
Well, let's see if she can outwit an APB. Come on.
You know, Mike, I'm sorry, but I don't see her as a murder suspect.
Oh, she has really charmed you.
Now, look, wait a minute. Evanhauer was a hot-headed, lousy artist, right? Owed a lot of people money. Big in the ladies' department, a brawler when he drank. I'm telling you, half the telephone directory was out to get him.
Motive.
Crime of passion. Somebody lost their cool and ran that plaster abstract right through Evanhauer's skull.
Somebody, but not Shania Dancy, huh?
Oh, Mike, let's just say, all right, that I'm taking a chapter out of your book. You call it hunch, instinct, anything you want, but I don't think she did it.
Okay, buddy boy. Let's say it was somebody else. I still want to know why she ran.
Yeah. $4.10.
Not in.
You the manager?
I'm the keeper of the peace.
Good. That makes 3 of us.
That don't say search warrant. That says search warrant. Ain't locked, never is.
Sea of Tranquility. She ran, but not here. What about the luggage?
It looks like it's all here. Look for the earring.
Corrigan covered every inch of her studio, didn't find a thing. I think whoever had it dumped it in the bay.
Call in, get us a stakeout.
Right. Hi, this is Killers. I'll see you in there, please.
Do you want some advice?
What?
Stick to mug shots.
Hi, Norm. Listen, we're at 410 Filbert Apartment 960. It's leased by Janaea Dancy, female, black, age 22. Put a stakeout on it for us, will you? Right, thanks a lot. What?
You know, that car wasn't there before. Read the license.
C-A-S-S-E-Y.
Mm-hmm, Cassie.
Was that something important?
I don't know. Come on, let's find Dancy.
Pigeons on the grass, alas. Have faith, they'll come. You both look like you lost something.
We have. Your daughter.
I lost her first.
Evan Howard died.
I heard.
Find her, Dancy. Find her before we do.
The hours you keep in all those bad neighborhoods. I worry about you.
Well, what'd you get on that stakeout?
Last report, no sign of the lady. You got a Rembrandt Van Savenu in the outer lobby.
We're supposed to be here at 2 o'clock.
It's 3 now.
Tell him he's late and send him in.
You never asked me, Lieutenant. I mean, it's no secret. Some of the best people have records.
14 plain drunk, 7 D&D, 3 assaults, and 2 of those assaults were on Rob Ebenhauer.
I told you, he's a lousy painter.
Was a lousy painter.
He died a few hours ago.
I'll sketch him some flowers.
Where were you when Evan Howard went through the window?
Where you found me?
People didn't see you there till later.
Well, maybe I slept in.
Can you prove that?
Luckily, yeah.
Maybe you were trying to thin out the competition.
Now, look, Lieutenant, don't you try to pin
Hold
anything
on
on
your
me.
easel, Savin, and just give us the names to work on.
What names?
People he was seeing, artists, models, somebody owed him money, anything.
I told you, I only knew the guy from Brawls and Bars. That's where I heard names. You know, conquests. He was the type who put a notch in his easel every time he scored.
Shh.
names.
Irene, Vicky, Janaea, Lois, Cassandra, Michael. That was a girl named Michael. I don't know, man. That's all I know.
That's all. Thank you, Samuel. Stay in town and please, now, don't drip any paint on our sidewalks.
Oh, I thought this might be a friendly call. So well, it's kind of a gift.
We can't take gifts.
Then throw it away.
How did you know I wanted to see you?
I'm the seventh son of the seventh daughter. Surveillance on Dancy says he's still moving.
Okay, we're rolling.
I love it.
Yeah, you laugh. In New Guinea, a pig is sacred. I'm retiring to New Guinea.
Well, before you retire, will you please check this through?
Yeah, DMV, Sergeant Hasidian, San Francisco homicide. I need a make on a personalized plate. Yeah. C-A-S-S-E-Y. That's right. Cassie.
Whenever I gave your mother a hard time, I always found her here.
I remember.
You miss her?
Yes. But I'm glad she's not here to see me now. Poor Mama.
I had no right to either of you.
Agreed.
We're both older. We're both wiser.
You want me to forgive you for ignoring me?
All we have is each other.
What's the matter, Yale? Getting old? Getting lonely? Afraid there'll be grandchildren you won't even know about?
If my reasons for wanting you back are selfish, and I suppose they are, all I can do is apologize and promise amends.
Sorry, Daddy. No sale.
Janaea, Rob Evenhauer died.
Oh, no.
The law's been coming onto me like you did it.
What do you think? Where'd you get that?
Your daughter asked you a question, Dancy. We'd like to hear the answer.
I saw it in Evenhauer's studio. Just after I launched him through his window into the gutter where he belonged.
All right, Mr. Dancy, you've waived your right to an attorney. Tape recorder's rolling. State your name, please.
Yale Cortland Dancy.
Occupation?
Writer, poet, two-bit philosopher, and former father.
Were you acquainted with an artist named Rob Evenhauer?
I was.
What was your relationship to him?
He was my enemy. As a man, as an artist, as a suitor to my daughter.
And you were against him seeing your daughter?
Of course. He was a crass bumbler whose brush went down for the count every time it hit the canvas. Janaea is royalty, a thing apart. She's unique.
Like her father.
Me, Lieutenant. I'm a beam in God's radiance, but my batteries are running low.
Before the power failure, Mr. Dancy, in detail, describe the fight you had with Evanhauer on the day you claim you went to his studio.
It began when I saw the earrings on a table. I'd bought them for Janaea. When he denied that Janaea had been there, I picked them up and I was waving them at him. My proof that he was lying. His hand reached out after I hit him. Clutching, he must have grabbed one.
You're lying.
No, I'm not.
You took all the pieces, put them together, and trumped up this story just to protect Janaea because you know she sent him through that window.
That's the lie.
Why, you're an intelligent man, but you confess without a lawyer?
Because I intend to defend myself.
Against what? I'm not holding you. Get his daughter.
All right. All right, I'll tell you. I'll tell you how it happened. Why it happened. Evanhauer was a dichotomous man, parading his passions on both sides of the street. Unfortunately, I caught him at it.
You're losing me, Dancy.
How clear do I have to make it?
Clearer than that.
Evanhauer and I had a homosexual relationship. And gentlemen, I swear by all the fiber in my being that if Janaea learns of this, I'll dedicate the rest of my life to killing you both.
What about the earring?
Certain things should be obvious, my friends, like a trout in the milk.
The earring, Mr. Dancy.
I gave them to him. And gentlemen, my shame is not because of my relationship. It's because of my deceit in concealing it. If she'd known all along, Janaea would have been more tolerant. For her to find out now, she'd never forgive me. And she is all I have.
Art. Book.
Yale. Yeah, why? Oh, Daddy.
Janae, it wasn't something he planned. We're sure of that. It just, it happened. It's almost like an accident.
You know something, Steve Keller, for a human being, you're really a nice guy.
What did you get on that Cassie plate?
Cassie for Cassandra. Cassandra for Cassandra Lauritsen. Cassandra Lauritsen for...
Mr. Harold Lauritsen?
That's the one.
The judge's wife.
Why the courthouse?
Because I called the home and the maid said Mrs. Lauritsen was with a judge.
Now, wait a minute. Wait just a minute. Do we not already have a confessed killer?
I pulled the file on Yale Dancy while they were booking him. 38 bookings on D&D.
He drinks and gets crazy.
33 of those bookings were with women, and the other 5 he was alone. Now, does that spell queen to you?
No.
Yale Dancy is a Don Juan, a Lothario, Romeo, and one gosh darn good liar.
What about the earring?
Now you got me. That's the one that bothers me. That and Cassandra Lauritsen's car parked in front of Janaea's apartment.
Well, I don't see any connection.
You never met Judge Lauritsen's child bride, eh?
Nope.
Well, she's a very plain lady, married to a guy old enough to be her grandfather.
All right. Let's say she's into charity work. She goes to one of these benefits, meets a young, good-looking painter. He begins to hustle her.
And when she realizes she's been hustled and sees Evanhauer with somebody like Janaea Dancy, she hits him with the first thing she can grab.
I don't know, Mike. I think you're reaching.
No. It's beginning to feel pretty good to me. There's a lady with something on her mind.
Something's bothering her, all right.
Conscience, maybe.
Want to get her now?
No, sir, not here. If I'm wrong, I don't want to hear about it right here in front of the courthouse. Okay. Funny.
What?
They live in Pacific Heights, and she's heading for the Embarcadero.
Now?
No, just hang with her.
You know, Mike, there's still something you haven't told me. What was she doing in Janaea's neighborhood yesterday?
Let's start with Dancy.
All right.
If he didn't kill Evanhauer, where do you get the earring?
Well, we know it wasn't from Janaea's apartment.
Why not?
Because we were there.
So was Cassey. The judge is right.
And Dancy came later after Cassie left it for someone else to find.
Stay with her. Let's say that it all fits, right?
Right.
She has the earring in her hand when she cracks Evanhauer over the head with that statue. Now, what happened to the earring?
Dumps it in the bay or plants it on the girl she's jealous of.
Welcome back, buddy boy. Ferry building.
Oh, man. Sorry.
Okay, she can't get far. Come on, move it! Hey, hold it!
Let me see. I can't excuse what I did, and neither, but he blackmailed me. Forgive Mike, she's going in the bay.
Go ahead, but take it easy.
Cassandra Luritzen.
Leave me alone.
It's not going to solve anything, ma'am. Now, maybe you ought to let your husband know about this instead of judging yourself.
You had no right to take that.
You would have found out about it sooner or later. This way, nobody else has to know about it.
You can't bury what I did. What I am. I'm nothing to him now.
We met at the hospital, remember?
Oh, I didn't mean to do it. I didn't mean to do it. I didn't go there to kill him.
We know that.
Hi-ho, the merry-o, the charmer's in the cell. What does this mean?
What it means, Mr. Dancy, is that we can prove a woman killed Rob Evanhauer.
Do you have any idea what you've accomplished with this dreary and dogged detection? Do you?
No, sir, I don't.
Well, you stripped me of the one decent thing I could do for my daughter. You've erased the noble gesture, nullified the act. You put her in here, and so help me.
Okay, Dancy, you didn't do it. She didn't do it. Go home.
You hackneyed old ham. You phony, you flagrant fraud. I cried my eyes out thinking you'd be spending the rest of your life behind bars. Now I find out you'll only be leaning on them.
Hold on. Have a little respect. After all, I'm a published poet. I'm a man of letters.
Who's selling who short? You're my father. Come on.
They deserve each other.
Come on, they love each other.
Yeah.
It's obvious, like, what was that line he said? A trout in the milk. Beautiful, really beautiful.
You like that line, huh?
Yeah.
Well, that ain't Dancy. That's Thoreau.
Come on.
Henry David Thoreau. That's where Yale Cortland Dancy stole that line. You can't let this job stifle your mind, buddy boy. You got to keep yourself free, easy, for cultural pursuits, you know. That's right. Good reading, good music, bowling. But you, that's all you think of is swimming.
riding on the waves of light, in a world of endless dreams, where legends rise and heroes fight, forging destiny's gleams. Through the circuits and the code, in this realm of cyber might, we blaze a trail of courage bold, to conquer every bite. We're the guardians of dreams in this virtual domain, marching through the circuits, our spirits never wane. Through quests and mighty battles, our legacy we'll claim. In this symphony of gaming, we'll etch our vibrant name. In the realm of echoes, where the shadows speak, whispers in the silence, secrets that we seek. Through the blazing fire, we'll rise from the fall. With courage unbroken, we heed the inner call. We're the warriors of time in this digital domain, marching through the circuits in this electric rain. Through the trials and battles, we'll claim our fame. In this symphony of pixels, we etch our name. In the cosmic symphony, where the legends sing, echoes of our valor through every circuit ring. Through the darkest glitches and the glitches bright, we'll forge our destiny.